Welcome, racing fans, to the one, the only RP. This is the Racing Podcast, and we are going full throttle. I'm your host, Manny Allegretti. Spreaker.com, #sports, #RP is the place to go. You can also go to the home of American podcasting, and that would be at apodradio.com. So it was a short track showdown at Martinsville for NASCAR this past weekend down in the Commonwealth of Virginia. IndyCar was in Phoenix. Formula One in Bahrain. As always, we'll start with NASCAR. Camping World Truck Series on Saturday. The Alpha Energy 250 winner was Kyle Busch in the 18 Toyota, who led 123 laps. John Hunter Nemechek in number 8 Chevy, he comes in second, gains 2 points. Third place, William Byron in the number 9 Toyota. He gained 14 points. Kyle Larson comes in fourth in the 24 Chevy. He led 79 laps. And then Timothy Peters in the 17 Toyota comes in fifth. He gained 1 point. Then on Sunday, a big old race on Sunday, which was the SDP 500. Kyle Busch in the 18 Toyota led 352 laps, gained 5 points. The most laps led on Saturday. On Friday, I should say. And then, on Sunday, I should say. Second place, AJ Allmendinger in the 47 Chevy, gained 7 points. Third place, Kyle Larson in the 42 Chevy, he gained 4 points. Austin Dillon comes in fourth in the number 3 Chevy. He gained 3 points, and then fifth place was Brad Keselowski in the number 2 Ford. He gained 3 points, and that was some nice racing. That was 500 laps on Sunday. 3 hours and 17 minutes. We'll get to that in a moment. IndyCar was in Phoenix in a 250-lap race that ended in a yellow checkered. That was the Desert Dominant West Phoenix Grand Prix. Scott Dixon, the winner there in the number 9 car. He gained 53 points. Simon Pagenaud comes in second in the number 20 car. Gained 40 points. Will Powers comes in third. Tony Kanaan comes in fourth, and Graham Rahal comes in fifth. So you had 4 Chevys and a Honda rounding out the top 5. Formula One action last Sunday for the 2016 Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix. Nico Rosberg, the winner on Sunday. Kimi Raikkonen comes in second. Lewis Hamilton third. Daniel Ricciardo in fourth, and Romain Grosjean finishes fifth. So the SDP 500 laps, start time 1:19, finish time was 4:35, length 3 hours 17 minutes. The pole sitter was Joey Logano, but no checkered flag for Logano. And boy, Joey Logano is my guy, and I don't know what's going on, but he hasn't won one yet. Leader, so top 3, lap 3, Joey Logano, Casey Kane, and Brian Vickers. Caution 1 come out at lap 5, and this would be for the 88 car. Dale Jr., who spins in turn 2 after contact from David Reagan in the 23 car. Dale Jr. also got popped for pitting too soon. You got to wait for that light to turn green before you get into pit road. Joey Logano would take the lead into the restart, and that would be lap 10. Top 3, lap 10, Joey Logano, Casey Kane, and Brian Vickers still, but Paul Menard would pop into third, then up to second. Vickers would drop down to fourth. So at lap 20, you had Joey Logano, Paul Menard, Casey Kane rounding out the top 3, but then Kyle Busch would pop into third. Casey Kane would drop down to fourth. Logano, Menard, Kyle Busch at lap 23, lap 30, then it was Menard, Kyle Busch, and Joey Logano, because Paul Menard would take the lead for a little bit. Logano would drop down to third. Kyle Busch pops into second. Lap 45, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Paul Menard. Kyle Busch popped into the lead around, at lap 32, actually. But then Keselowski comes in, and he's in third, pops into second. Logano, by this point, at around lap 35 or so, he dropped down all the way down to sixth. But Busch, Keselowski, and Menard top 3 at lap 45, and Kyle Busch with a 2.2 second lead over Brad Keselowski, 2.6 over third place Paul Menard. But Keselowski was trying to catch him because by lap 53, that lead would shrink to a 0.9, and at this point I thought that it could have been Keselowski winning on Sunday, but still too early in this very long race. Matt Kenseth then pops into third at lap 59. Menard would drop to fifth. Vickers back up to fourth. Keselowski really trying to catch Kyle Busch. And then you had a top three, Kyle Busch, Keselowski, Matt Kenseth, lap 63, and Kyle Busch's lead over Keselowski was a 0.4. So definitely trying to carry business. Kyle Busch swept the weekend on this weekend, got 2 clocks from Martinsville. So there you go. Top three, lap 75 was Kyle Busch, Bart Keselowski, Brian Vickers this time. Kevin Harvick would pop into 4th place, and now you have Kevin Harvick coming in. Then up to 3rd, and then at this point things started to percolate a little bit. So you had Kyle Busch, Bart Keselowski, and Kevin Harvick the top 3, but Kyle Busch, even though if we go all the way to lap 88, had only a 0.7 second lead over Bart Keselowski, 7.1 second lead over 3rd place Kevin Harvick. Now by lap 91, the caution flag would fly for the second time, and actually the trucks had more cautions than Sunday's race. But caution 2 would come out at lap 91 for Michael Annett, who spins at turn 2. Michael Annett driving the 46 car. Spins after a bump in the left rear from the 44 of Brian Scott. Now the lucky dog for this one would be Stenhouse Jr., the number 17. Denny Hamlin speeding on pit road. Also, Danica Patrick speeding on pit road. Race off pit road won by Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch would take the lead into the restart, which would be at lap 98. Top 3, lap 100. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Paul Menard. So now you got Harvick and Busch battling for the lead spot. Harvick would take the lead at lap 101. So now you had Harvick, Kyle Busch, and Matt Kenseth. 2 Stewart Haas Chevy and 2 Joe Gibbs Toyotas. Kyle Busch returns to the lead, however. Kenseth would pop into 2nd, then Menard would pop into 3rd. So at lap 110, it was Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Paul Menard. Harvick would actually drop down to 4th, but pop back into 3rd place because by 1:15 it was Busch, Kenseth, and Harvick once again. And Kyle Busch's lead on Matt Kenseth running 2nd. Kyle Busch 1.2 second lead over 2nd place Matt Kenseth, and a 2.2 second lead over 3rd place Kevin Harvick. Keselowski, he dropped all the way down to 17th by this point. He would climb back up there later on in the race. Even got bumped in the rear by Jimmy Johnson, and of course all the old timers always try to make it hard time for the young guys. But anyway, Kenseth would take the lead from Kyle Busch eventually, and then at lap 133 you had Matt Kenseth, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, but Kyle Busch right behind him. Only Kenseth's lead over Kyle Busch was only a 0.4 second lead, and that was at lap 133. Question number 3 would come out lap 136. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. into the wall, spins. Contact from the 7 car David Reagan goes into the wall. Lucky dog would be Joey Logano this time. Matt Kenseth, however, was the control car take the lead into the restart lap 145. So not only did Stenhouse Jr. go into the wall, he also gets popped for speeding on pit road upon exiting. Lap 145, top 3 was Matt Kenseth, Kyle Busch, and Paul Menard. 155, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Matt Kenseth. Harvick would take the lead, so at lap 160 had Harvick, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth. And so now you had Edgar Marola, who went in for a green flag pit stop. He had some engine trouble. He was running on 5 cylinders, comes into pit road and gets popped for too many over the wall, of course. And it is a team effort. It's not just the driver. It's the 43 team. It's the 22 team. So it's not just the driver. Everybody does their part. And he has to serve a pass-through. Question 4 will come out lap 221. Denny Hamlin, he goes into the wall with a wheel hop. Danica Patrick would be the lucky dog this time. Matt Kenseth takes the lead into the restart, and that would be lap 228. Kevin Harvick, let's see here. So Kenseth, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson now become your top 3, lap 230. Harvick and Johnson bump each other, lap 235. Harvick running 5th at this time. Jimmy Johnson was running 4th. Now, Kyle Busch would pop into the lead. He'd take the lead back at lap 243. And then you had Jimmy Johnson in 3rd. Kyle Larson drops down the fourth. But lap 245, you had Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and Jimmy Johnson, okay, who can take care of some business. Lap 250, which was the halfway mark, was Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and Kevin Harvick this time. Johnson not holding on to third for too long. Harvick would get right back in there. At this time, Keselowski was running fourth. Jimmy Johnson would drop down to fifth. Top three, lap 275 was Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and Kevin Harvick. Keselowski was running fourth at this time. I always write my little notes here, who I think is going to win. And I wrote Keselowski down a bunch of times, but towards the end of that race, it was quite clear that Kyle Busch was there to take care of things. Top three at lap 300 would be Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Matt Kenseth. Kyle Busch this time with a 2.4 second lead over second place Kevin Harvick. And then you come to question number 5, and this would be at lap 311. Josh Weiss, the number 30 car, into the wall after contact from Truex Jr. in the 78. Truex Jr. at the time was running 15th. Lucky Dog was Dale Jr., and Matt Kenseth to take the lead once again. Well, actually, no. Kyle Busch had the lead. Matt Kenseth won the race off pit road. Kyle Busch was the control car, took it into the lead, into the restart, which would be at lap 320. And then, so you had Kenseth in the lead, but Kyle Busch would pop into the lead right after that, around 325 or so. And then it was Jimmy Johnson running second and Kevin Harvick running third. And at this point, I thought that it could have been Jimmy Johnson's day. Okay, question number 6 will come out at lap 383. Michael Annett again spins turn 2, second spin of the day. Race off pit road will be won by Kyle Busch. Carl Edwards became the lucky dog in this one, the 19 car. Joey Logano penalized for an uncontrolled tire, and Joey Logano had a bad day. His hood, from bumping cars, and they had the black tape on the front there, the hood popped up, and they were interviewing Joey Logano after the race, and he was saying he couldn't even see. He was actually relying on the spotter, so if you saw that race on Sunday, he definitely cannot see out of the number 22 car. So question number 6 comes out, and the restart would be at lap 390. Top 3 at lap 390 would be Kyle Busch, Bart Keselowski, and Matt Kenseth. Kenseth pops into second, Harvick drops down, then you have Harvick coming in to third. So yet now at 400, you had Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and Kevin Harvick. Now, there was a bunch of stuff going on this was an awesome race, man. This was an awesome race. Not the longest race of the season, however, because the longest race still yet to come, and that would be the Coca-Cola 600 when NASCAR heads down to Charlotte in another month or so. About 2 months. Well, what is this? April? We still got a good 2 months. Question 7 will come out at lap 457 for Reagan Smith. He's slowing down on the track. Right front tire lockup, so he was going in with 3 tires. Then Chase Elliott speeding on pit road upon entering, so he gets popped with a penalty. Race off pit road, won by Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch will also be the control car. He takes the lead into the restart, and that will be lap 466. And at that time, you had Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and Bart Keselowski, the top 3. Harvick, though, would take third place very quickly, and Keselowski would drop down to 5th. And then at question number 8 will come out lap 485. Jay McMurray spins at turn 2. Now, this is where it's confusing because I heard the officials say that there was no free pass beneficiary, and then on the TV they were announcing Chase Elliott. So I was a little confused in that part, but I always have the officials on when I'm watching the races, and I always go with the officials. And they said there was no free pass beneficiary from this one. So anyway, So Jay McMurray spins at turn 2, and his car was smoking a little bit, possible a tire rub possibly. Kyle Busch takes the lead into the restart, and that would be at lap 490. Jay McMurray at this time, Michael McDowell, the 95 car, penalized for crew over the wall too soon. Top 5 lap 495, Kyle Busch, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson, and Brian Vickers. The white flag flies at 499. They seal the deal at lap 500, and the top 5 finishes again. The winner, Kyle Busch, finishing second, AJ Allmendinger, third, Kyle Larson, fourth, Austin Dillon, Bart Keselowski finishes 5th, and Kyle Busch, weekend sweep 2 clocks for Kyle Busch, NASCAR Capital Welsh Charles Series, and Sprint Cup Series as well. So stick around because we got trucks and IndyCar. RP continues.